I took my testosterone from 656 to 1396 nanograms per deciliter, and in the process I built my dream aesthetic physique. Now I'm gonna show you exactly step by step how you can do the same before summer hits, so you walk on the beach looking like a Greek god carved out of stone. Step number 1, double your input. If you want to 2x your testosterone, if you want to double your muscle growth, you gotta double your input, the stuff you're doing. You gotta 2x your intensity, okay? This means applying progressive overload. Every single time you come into the gym, you gotta lift heavier. You gotta go in with more intensity. You gotta continue to perfect your technique. You need to make sure that every single rep and set that you do is improving, it's getting better. You can't expect to 2x your testosterone, get your dream physique, if you're not willing to put in twice as much effort as you're currently doing. Okay, you can't just put in a little bit more effort and expect to get great results, okay? You gotta put in a lot of effort on the right things that actually produce results. Step number 2, mix pump training with strength training. Why choose between lifting heavy and chasing the pump when you can do both, okay? You want to get the pump training so you can get the muscle growth, and you want to do the strength training so you can increase your testosterone. Because we all know that strength training is vital for testosterone, and that when you do higher volume, the pump training, you're going to grow muscle. So what you want to do is you want to focus first on strength. You want to do 3 sets in the rep ranges of 3 to 5 reps for 3 sets, and you want to do this with your heavy, compounds while still building an aesthetic physique. So your incline barbell bench press, your barbell shoulder press, your deadlifts, and stuff like that. And then you want to do the pump training, 3 sets in the rep ranges of 8 to 15 reps. That's when you're gonna build muscle. So this is your dumbbell incline bench press, your dumbbell shoulder presses, and your leg raises, your neck curls, and stuff like that. This style of training will optimize your testosterone and muscle growth. Step number 3, the testosterone boosting diet. Forget about chicken and broccoli. That shit's not gonna optimize testosterone and muscle growth, okay? That protein is not as bioavailable as it should be. You need bioavailable protein. This is red meat, eggs, raw milk, okay? This is gonna be the most bioavailable foods that you can get. Then you wanna eat in a calorie surplus of 200 to 300 calories. This way your body's not gonna produce any fat unless you're eating a bunch of fucking shit, alright? If you're eating the foods I'm telling you, eggs, beef, raw dairy, then you're gonna put on lean muscle mass. The cholesterol in eggs is gonna be converted into testosterone. That's why you wanna eat a lot of eggs. You don't wanna be scared of the cholesterol. That's the building block for testosterone. And one of the highest cuts of meat that you can get is tomahawk steak. Tomahawk steak contains tons of calories. So if you're in a bulk, then get some tomahawk steak, and it's gonna be way easier to bulk. By the way, if you're serious about leveling up your testosterone and building an aesthetic physique, then go and follow me over on Instagram, which is the link in the description. I post daily actionable advice that you don't want to miss. Step number 4, the aesthetic muscle groups. You want to focus on training the muscle groups that adds to an aesthetic physique. This is the upper chest, side delts, lats, arms, lower abs, and the neck. You want to focus on doing specific exercises that targets these muscle groups in the most effective way possible. So let's start off with the chest, with our focus on the upper chest. The exercise that you're gonna be doing is incline dumbbell bench press. This is gonna target your middle and lower chest as well as normal flat bench press, or almost as well. And it's gonna build your upper chest, get you this squared aesthetic look. Then for side delts, you want to do shoulder presses, and you want to focus on getting really heavy on them. Then weighted pull-ups for the lats. If you can get stronger on weighted pull-ups every single damn week, your lats are gonna explode. You're gonna get this V-tapered physique. And for arms, you wanna do dumbbell curls, okay? Get a bench, do it over the bench, okay? If you can get really well on these dumbbell curls and you can really feel your biceps squeezing, okay? When it comes to arms, you want to focus on your biceps, okay? Because all of the pressing that you're doing is gonna add to triceps, so biceps is gonna be your main focus. Then for lower abs, you want to do weighted leg raises. You want to start adding weight after you've been able to do a lot of reps with your body weight. You want to start adding weight so you can get those V-cut abs for summer. And then for neck, you want to do neck curls. You can buy a neck curl thing, or you can go and get a bench or do it on the leg press machine and get some weights. Get 10-15 kilos and do 15 to 30 reps of neck curls, because neck is gonna add to the aesthetic physique. You can have a great body, but if your neck is skinny, it's gonna look unproportional and off, just like if you have skinny legs and you're jacked in your over body. So focus on these muscle groups and you will have an aesthetic physique. Step 5, max out your natural testosterone. You don't need TRT or any supplements to get above 1,000 plus testosterone. Your body has the ability to produce steroid levels of testosterone completely naturally. What you gotta do is you gotta go out into nature, view sunlight, put your feet into the earth. This is called grounding or earthing. This is what your ancestors did, okay? And you want to walk out into nature barefoot, okay? Take off your shoes, your socks, swim in a lake, get contact with the bare skin with the earth. This is called earthing or grounding. It's been shown to lower cortisol and lower inflammation, which is gonna skyrocket your testosterone. And then you wanna breathe like your ancestors, because you were so stressed in our modern environment. You need to calm yourself down, lower cortisol, which kills testosterone. So if you can do all of this together, walk out into nature, get sunlight while you're doing this, ground yourself, sit yourself down and breathe into your balls, then you're gonna be able to increase your testosterone. So if you can do all of this together, walk out into nature, view sunlight, breathe like your ancestors did, and ground yourself, then you're gonna get the most out of this practice. And then you wanna focus on your sleep. You need to prioritize your sleep. Number 1, have a consistent bedtime and wake up time. This is the most important thing in your life that you can do. Have a consistent bedtime and wake up time, even on the weekends. Go to bed and wake up at the same time for the rest of your life. What is important is having sleep regularity, so your body knows when to produce different hormones. Your body's not designed to go to bed and wake up at different times each day. Then you wanna avoid blue light 1 to 3 hours before bed. Then you wanna watch the sunrises and sunsets. This is gonna spike your testosterone levels, okay? This is gonna regulate your cortisol, melatonin production, and all of your important hormones in your body. Number 3, avoid eating 3 hours before bed, because eating is gonna spike up your metabolic process. It's gonna spike up your heart rate, everything like that. So you won't be able to get into those deep delta brainwave sleep stages where testosterone production occurs. So avoid eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. Then you want to avoid looking at screens 1 to 3 hours before bed. This is gonna block your melatonin, which you're not gonna be able to get into those deep delta brainwave sleep stages where testosterone production occurs. So if you can do all of this together, focus on your sleep, focus on getting out into a natural environment, over time your testosterone is gonna go through the roof. Now most guys will stay skinny fat this summer because they don't commit. They train like they're scared and they eat like rabbits and they wonder why nothing changes. But if you can follow this plan step by step, day after day, night after night, then I guarantee that you'll have your dream physique. You'll be above 1,000 plus testosterone levels. So let's get to work right now. Most guys will never hit 1,000 plus testosterone because they're not ready to make these changes. But if you watch this far, then I know that you're not most guys. If you want to skip the trial and error and get a proven step-by-step system tailored to you, then you need personalized coaching. So if you want to 2 to 3x your testosterone levels over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter and build an aesthetic physique faster than 99% of the guys, then I have you all covered out. My clients have hit testosterone levels over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter using my personalized system. Inside my coaching, I'll help you build a custom testosterone maxing system to ensure you that you get above 1,000. I'll help you follow a step-by-step nutrition plan designed for testosterone and muscle growth. And I'll develop a training routine that you can be consistent with and that gets you result and that gets you aesthetic, that gets you to build that aesthetic V-tapered physique. And I'll implement powerful lifestyle changes that makes a huge difference in your testosterone. And I'll track and optimize everything to ensure that you're being consistent with this, because none of this matters if you can't be consistent with it. But listen, this isn't for everyone. I only take on a few serious clients per month to ensure that they get insane results. So if you're serious about this, then click the top link in the description to book a completely free call with me today. And let's get to work right now.